The Curse of the Donner Pass. The blizzard came out of nowhere. One moment, the group of hikers was marveling at the snow-capped peaks of the Sierra Nevada. The next, they were fighting against howling winds and blinding snow. Desperate for shelter, they stumbled upon an old abandoned cabin near Donner Pass. The door creaked open, revealing a dusty interior frozen in time. Relieved, they hurried inside, unaware of the darkness that awaited them. As night fell, the temperature dropped, and the cabin seemed to groan under the weight of the storm. The hikers huddled around a flickering fire, their laughter fading as strange noises echoed through the walls. Whispers, faint and unintelligible, like voices carried on the wind. At first they dismissed it as the storm, but the whispers grew louder, more distinct. Names, dates, pleas for help. One of the hikers, Sarah, ventured into the cabin's attic to find extra blankets. There she found an old journal, its pages brittle and yellowed. It belonged to a member of the Donner Party, detailing their descent into madness and desperation. As she read, the whispers grew louder and the air grew colder. She swore she saw a movement in the corner of her eye, a shadowy figure, gaunt and pale, watching her. That night the hikers began to see them, ghostly figures wandering the cabin, their hollow eyes filled with hunger. The figures didn't speak, but their presence was suffocating. One by one, the hikers started to vanish. Sarah woke to find one of her friends missing, the door wide open despite the raging storm. Footprints led into the snow, but they disappeared halfway, as if the person had been lifted into the air. Panic set in as the remaining hikers realized they were not alone. The spirits of the Donner Party were trapped in the cabin, cursed to relive their suffering, and they needed new souls to take their place. Sarah and the last hiker tried to escape, but the storm was relentless, and the cabin seemed to shift and change, trapping them inside. As the final hiker disappeared, Sarah found herself face to face with the spirits. They reached out, their skeletal hands icy and unrelenting. She screamed, but the storm swallowed her voice. The last thing she saw before the darkness took her was the journal, its pages now blank, waiting for the next chapter to be written.